Okay, so this one's on choices. And some people get upset, some people get defensive. Dude, we are solely trying to discover who you are. We are solely trying to unravel what beliefs along the way did you pick up? What bad habits were you shown? What things are not you? And that falls into choices. And you're never a victim. If you think that you're a victim, start looking a lot of your choices. Because you can't say, well, I had to choose this. No, you did not. You had this option, or do nothing at all. Your choices, you're making them. Granted, you might have two bad choices to choose from. Sometimes you don't have as many options, but you always have options. And also red flags. We also get that time where we get clarity from our intuition. We get understanding and we choose not to listen. We choose not to listen to spirit, to energies around us, our higher self. Sometimes we just want to hear what we want to hear. And that's your choice. But are you understanding that's what you're doing? What are your choices? And another good thing that I always like to point out with is are you doing this from a place of love? From love, with love? Or are you doing it for love? Because that is energy. And that is also with every choice, you're putting that type of energy into it. When you're doing things for love, you're doing it for an outcome. You're doing it for a thing. When you do it with love, you don't care. You're enjoying it. You have a reason in your head, and that's why you're doing it. Plain and simple. Just like you giving $10 to a homeless man. You either do it with love and just give it to him and walk away. Don't even think about it again. That was your moment. Or are you doing it for love and say, well, I gave money to a homeless person today, so I am great. I'm a good person. Do you want to be recognized? Do you want to command and demand what that man should do with that money? Like, what is the energy behind your choices? And why are you making them? What are you doing? Or even you can look at when you have a child. It was your choice to have that child, and now you're going to have all these choices after that to make because the one decision you made. Or you can make a choice to be with somebody and decide you don't want to anymore, so you're making a different choice. Choices lay out stepping stones to our future. And are you recognizing what you're choosing? Like sometimes you can even have friends that observe you, okay? And they can describe who you are by observation about your choices you're making. And some people say, oh, that's not me. Well, that's what your actions show. And I always say uncovering, unraveling, understanding yourself. Do you understand what you're doing and saying? Because that's what the whole point is. What you say is what you should do. Do as you say. Not as like that saying, do as I do. No, do as I say, not as I do. Nobody wants to follow that person. Nobody even likes that person. So what you say, is it your actions? Is it your choices that you're making? What kind of person are you? Your choices. So I touched on a couple different areas with that. And then I also have a separate chapter on questions. Do I push snooze or do I get up? Well, I'm going to tell you this. Who set the alarm? So what time are you going to get up? Are you going to push snooze? You choose to tell a story. Justify. Why? You choose someone else's feelings over your own. You choose that. You choose to be in a shitty mood or not. You choose to allow the world to affect you. You choose. Because once you start understanding yourself and going through the steps, the world doesn't affect you. You're calm, you're clear, you understand. Things happen for bigger reasons than you know. So you necessarily can't judge them or have choices upon judgment or have choices because you think this is the way it's going to be or this is the way it has to be. What's good for you in this moment and how's it going to affect others? Because really your true question is how's it going to affect me in the long run? What is my choice? And this chapter isn't very long. And once again, this is how I choose to chop it up and present it to you. But hopefully I've given you enough different variations to have you look at it. And remember, a lot of this is stuff we picked up. Our parents were trying to learn who they were and did the best that they could with what they had. We have evolved since then, and we're changing. Things are massively changing. So it's not their fault. But this is what you got. Now what? Look at your choices. They're stepping stones to your future. And if you make a bad one or a wrong one, you just change it. It's okay. But what are your choices? Start looking at them to discover who you are and who you want to be, who you don't want to be, to find your flow.